Hey everybody! So today I have here Leslie. Leslie's been a longtime student of our program. She's kind of gone through pretty much everything that we have to offer. She's gone through the yoga teacher training. She's a nutrition coach through the alkaline method. She's been through the beginning with me, so I felt like nobody else can speak to or about the program better than she could. So here's Leslie. And Leslie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. So my name is Leslie. I'm 27. So I graduated college in 2016 with a degree in dietetics. So my original goal was to be a registered dietitian. I loved nutrition. I came into college with that major, and I ended up sticking with it. I love nutrition, and I was just fascinated by the science behind it and kind of what happens to food once it enters the body. So I love nutrition. I don't think I really knew what being a registered dietitian entailed, but I did all my courses and I stuck with it. And then it wasn't till like my senior year, till I was almost graduated, I realized I don't think this is actually what I want to do. And I realized that because I was interning or volunteering at a hospital, and I followed the dietitian around, and I noticed that they would go to the patient rooms and they would tell them how to eat a certain way. And the patient was like, okay, that sounds great. But it was, 20 minutes max with the patient. I could tell there wasn't much impact being had. The patient wasn't really getting anything from the dietitian. He was just agreeing to see the dietitian because that's what the doctor ordered. And I realized I didn't want to that's not how I wanted to work with clients. I actually wanted to have an impact and help them achieve a transformation. And so I knew I didn't want to be a dietitian. And that's kind of how I met Connie. I started interning with her at her center, learning all about nutrition, but that's when I was introduced to functional medicine as well. I didn't know what that was before I started. So I learned from learning about functional medicine is for optimal health. There's not just food involved. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not just about your diet, but it's how we move our bodies too. And so that's how I got into yoga training. So under Dr. Connie, I did yoga teacher training. And that was great because I learned how to help people move their bodies in a way that was going to effectively process the food that they were eating. And so I kind of learned to combine these two aspects.
Can I just ask you, Leslie, if I can interrupt you for a second? I remember having a conversation with you about having or the frustrations around just looking at patients, and you were seeing a lot of patients who wanted to lose weight, as well as a lot of patients who were diabetic coming from our referral source, local OB/GYN offices. And I remember you were super frustrated because the compliance level and their ability to follow through, you felt like it was like going over their head. So I want you to speak to the fact that really the knowledge base that you were able to talk about nutrition was like such a small piece,
right.
that there was so much more coaching aspects of it, that it wasn't until that you were able to have breakthrough and have your patients be fully on board to do all the things. So can you speak to that, like how you pulled those things together, how the program allowed you to like holistically pull it together? Because that's really what I want them to understand, is really it's not about the science of knowing what you do, but it's really so much deeper than that. So because I know for you, you've always been one of those people, like you really wanted to make impact. You didn't want to just be there, just pass time, just because that's what you were there to do.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So I learned so much about nutrition in school, but then when I actually came to working with clients, I felt so limited at first in what I could offer them. I knew about paleo, keto, all these different diets. And I could definitely give a client a meal plan, but very rarely did I give them a meal plan and they actually follow through with it. Very rarely did they actually see results just from me giving a meal plan. So I knew there was something deeper. There was a reason why they weren't actually following through, even if I gave them the exact plan to follow. So the best part about the FYMCP for me so far is the transformational psychology that I've learned, and really learning how to coach these clients and really getting through the barriers that they have in their mind, and, helping them transform their identity, being someone new so that they can do something different to get the results they actually want. That's been super, super empowering for me to be able to provide that for them.
Yeah. So I feel like, and then I bring Leslie on board because I've seen her transform. Don't get me wrong. She was the most amazing intern when I first met her, but the level of transformation that she's gone through over is it the 4 years that I've known you? There was a lot of apprehension, but part of the gift I think that she brought to the table was her willingness, but she really wanted to make impact on the other side of the equation. She's never been one of those people that just wanted to spend time with the patient, because when she hit a wall, it's almost like one time I remember us having a heartfelt conversation with each other about, well, I just feel like it's so limited because this person is saying here, and then you're trying to get them to do this, but you guys don't see eye to eye. And so Leslie actually came to me about, she really wanted to learn more about transformational psychology. And we both knew there was an art and science to actually coaching people through. And there's different techniques and tools that I was able to have her learn so that she can actually now, my clients, because we co-treat the patients all the time, they keep telling me, well, Leslie said this and Leslie said that. And because Leslie told me to do this, she's so insightful as young as she is. And I want her to tell you guys sort of the revelations that she's had about human psychology and the whole coaching part of the education that really you gained from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like you said, I was always hesitant when I first started, and it came from a place of feeling like I didn't know enough. Even though I did all my years of schooling, I always thought, well, what can I learn next? What can I learn next? And this program really showed me that the knowledge-based part of it is, only a very little part. There's so much more. And what's great about this program is we cover all of it. And so we're really able to help our clients achieve full body total transformation, not just, incremental results.
So I want to kind of dive into, because you're a phenomenal coach now that you are as the functional yoga medicine certified practitioner, but also I want you to speak about the digital business aspects that you are able to learn and how you're able to deploy and have virtual assistants that you lead under you. Mm-hmm. And just the whole e-commerce, to the funnel building, to the social media marketing, all the moving pieces that's required to create a program. I want you to talk about a little bit of how much you've gained in terms of knowledge in knowing how to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. These are all things that I never would have thought I would have learned just by being a dietitian. So everything about the internet space, I now feel so comfortable creating a web page and a sales funnel. I've learned about social media marketing, and it's great because we're able to reach so many more people that way, rather than just if I were to just work in a hospital and only have people come to me based on referral at best. So
the last question that I want to end with is, as you seek your future and your income potential for where you're headed, mm-hmm. how do you feel about that?
I feel so excited. I used to doubt how much money I could make in my life. And now if I think of multi-six figure, I don't even bat an eye anymore. It's not even a doubt in my mind. I'm so confident that is absolutely possible for me.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, I hope this is Leslie for us. And thank you so much for joining us, Leslie, today.
Thank you.
And giving us your insights. But I also want you guys to know that we really are what we practice is what we preach. And we do have a brick and mortar business. We have an online platform. We service a lot of autoimmune patients together, Leslie and I. And I wanted you guys to hear from both Gina and Leslie, those people who know the program intimately and they understand the different layers of it. And they've done so well with the program that I wanted to bring them on. So now is the time for you guys to make a decision. I invite you guys to come on a discovery call. Leslie is here to support you to get that scheduled with me, as well as Gina. There's Pam, as well as Kayla. So I want you to encourage you guys to go ahead and do that, because there's the accelerator bonus where I'm going to be taking you on and providing you with the coaching that you need to get really super duper clear on your vision, so that you can have the focus and the drive and to ensure the evolution and the growth in your field, covering all the things. And I'm able to answer a lot of the questions, and I have insights on how you should approach your particular situation. So that's something, an added bonus for those of you who are paying full and you sign up by the end of the day tomorrow. And so I want to encourage you guys to get on a call and get on a discovery call so that we can kind of detail that out and Leslie can hook you up. Thank you so much, Leslie. And we will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.